Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys and you wonderful ladies, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. And I hope you join us tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our live stream where it gets lively with all you great fans and others being the trolls. We have great conversations about what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. And right now, things are hot and heavy, mainly because it's the NFL offseason. No other league in sports has crazy off seasons like the NFL or the Dallas Cowboys. Literally, the Dallas Cowboys are much watched television, especially in the offseason. Now, there's a lot going on because this begins week number 2 of teams being eligible to franchise tag, transition tag, or non-exclusive tag players. They have until next Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Thus far, nobody has been tagged, and I believe that the teams are still waiting for that final number for the NFL cap. The NFL cap, we were, locked in at 175 million being the floor. NFL has told the teams that it's going to be a minimum of 180. Speculation is that it might be 82, 83. I think that it's going to be more like 190. Now, I think, I believe. I haven't heard a rumor. I haven't talked to anybody. I just have a feeling that when they start putting together all the revenue that happened from last year with the gambling money, which is new to the system, I think that the number will increase more. Now, understand there's key dates. Of course, the 9th is the last day that you are eligible to franchise tag a player. Come the 15th, players can start negotiating with teams. Nothing becomes final until the 17th. Wow, the 17th, when the league year starts, in which case all teams have to be underneath the cap. Now, here's the thing. You're going to start seeing fast and furious a lot of big name players that are going to be released by teams as they go through and try and get down under the cap. I'm surprised we haven't seen more thus far, but you're going to see a flurry of it over the course of the next week. It's going to be like players here and players there. And we all know that when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, that everybody is always linked to, should the Cowboys sign him? He had a cup of coffee at a rest stop in Dallas, so, he's tied to the Cowboys. They will manipulate you into believing or building the hype, because when you talk about somebody going to the Cowboys as opposed to the Jets, it's big news. It's much talked about television. And in the end, that's all they care about. They don't care by hook or crook how they get you. All they want to do is get you to talk about it. And here's where investigative reports by my man, Law Nation, he's bringing the law, because Law Nation is nothing but the best. He found this clip. In his own words, let's listen to Dan Orlowski, who put it out there, exactly what they do.
Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint. And I probably am guilty of this. Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint.
Yeah. Let me give you an example of this, because I remember last week, I always watch because I like comic relief, because that's basically all it is. Dan Orlowski said, Dak Prescott's 29-24. I said, what? And it hit me because I was like, how the hell do you get those numbers? Because you see, as my man Law Nation put up here, 42-27 in the games that Dak Prescott has played in. 42-27. To put that in perspective, I believe that's the 5th most or 4th most victories for any quarterback since 2016, since the time he's been in the league. And that counts him missing 11 games. 29-24. So I went through the seasons that Dak Prescott's had. 2016, 13-3. 2017, 9-7, 2018, 10-6, 2019, 8-8, and then 2020, 2-3. What he did was, or whoever figured it out for him was, they dropped off the rookie year, 13-3. I don't know why. Well, because they're trying to fit a narrative. Colin Cowherd does that. Oh, I never count the rookie year because, because most guys are garbage as opposed to what Dak Prescott was. So they took that off, 13 wins, 3 losses. But they added to this the 4-7 that the Cowboys were without him. Those are games that Dak Prescott didn't play in. But if you don't know the difference and you hear, well, the Cowboys are only 29-26, shit, he is a bum. Right? That's manipulating. Then I heard another one last week. This is 2. And to me, this is like, I guess they're technically correct, but they're deceptive as can be. Because they said, 2019, the Cowboys averaged 27 points a game. And, this year with Dak Prescott, they averaged 25. It's only 2 points. It's only 2 points different without Dak Prescott. And that is another straight up bullshit manipulation. Because here's what they did. True, 2019, the Cowboys offense averaged 27 points. Now, mind you, let me give you guys something else here too. Everybody looks at Matthew Stafford and the trade that was made, the Rams made for him. In 2013, when they actually made the playoffs, when he had Megatron and Golden Tate as 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers and had a defense that was top 5, that was also, I think, they were definitely top 5 at taking the football away. That offense only averaged 20 points a game. Just putting it out there, just giving you a little perspective. So the Cowboys averaged 27 points a game in 2019. And true, the Cowboys averaged 25 points a game in 2020. But here's the problem with the way he does his figuring. He counts the games that Dak Prescott played in, where the Cowboys averaged 32.6 points a game. If you take Dak Prescott's games out of the mix, without Dak Prescott, they only averaged 20 points a game. So clearly, 32.6 points a game versus 20 points a game is not 27-25. So now you understand the game that they play, because then you get the people who say, Dak is trash. They go through, he doesn't have a winning record against playoff teams. There's only like 4 quarterbacks that do. Let me put that out there. The reason why winning teams are winning is because they win, okay? I just had, that's the thing. Everybody can't have a winning record against winning teams because then there would be no losing teams. So with that being said, understanding the narrative, let's go to the role where, of course, the conversation is always Dak Prescott. And I have to commend Brandon Marshall for actually being the guy who actually lets you know some real stuff. And the reality is you look at Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott over the same period of time, there's no difference. Let's watch.
On a pedestal.
Look at that.
Go Badgers, I'm all for it. But their numbers aren't that crazy different, Brandon. Like, this is not the upgrade that I think, just on paper, that I was shocked to see these numbers. I don't think it's as big as an upgrade.
Take a look at that. Hold, I'm going to stop right there. Take a look at that. The Cowboys with Dak Prescott, 40-24. Russell Wilson with the Seahawks, 40-23. Completion percentage, Dak Prescott has a higher one. Yardage-wise, it's pretty much a wash. Yards per pass, it's a wash. Now, Russell Wilson does have quite a few more touchdowns. Dak has 2 more interceptions. But I want you to understand that this also counts 2017 when people said Dak Prescott regressed. Dak Prescott was trash cut, This also includes when people said Dak Prescott is dink and dunk. The dink and dunk guy is 1/10 of a yard less with those years than Russell Wilson. Dak Prescott, with that season that was horrendous where, they said he was a tier 3 quarterback. Look at the numbers. I know what y'all are going to say. Well, the Cowboys had a better team. They got more. Stop with that shit. You got a Super Bowl winning coach that was over there, and we had Jason Garrett and guys like Scott Linehan and a rookie offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore. You had better defenses with Russell Wilson getting more takeaways. We couldn't buy takeaways for most of those terms. So this big upgrade that people seem to think that you're going to get by getting Russell Wilson, it's not really there. And what you have to give up to get there will hurt you in other areas. This is why the Cowboys say it's laughable. It's laughable.
Great, as I think the media wants to make you think it is.
Brandon, let me jump in for 1 second because I got to just push back because Nick and I have been on this show from the very beginning.
I got to push back.
We've had this conversation before. Right. I keep hearing over and over how much the Cowboys love Dak Prescott. But and I love to hear people tell me they love me. I want everyone to tell me they love me, but at some point I want you to show me. At some point I want you to pay me or give me the due respect or something because it has now been years upon years of off seasons that we keep talking about how much Jerry and Steven love Dak, and yet show me the money. Show me how much you love me and trust me. Even after his injury last year, they were like, Dak's still our guy. If Dak is still your guy, there would be some sort of here, this is what we'd like to offer. Let's get that conversation to go in, and we haven't heard it. No contract. Yeah, Nick, no contract still.
You know,
I'm tired of the words now.
Nick,
what's going to bring
you know who Jenna is? Jenna is Andre Johnson. When Jenna speaks, everybody needs to listen, right? Andre Johnson just sits back and he's super cool and chill. And then when he speaks, everybody's like, what? You got to listen to him. Yeah. He's right, man. Get the deal done and we wouldn't be having this discussion. But, Wiles, to your point, if everything is equal, okay, you're going into the fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go. You're down by 7 points, 6 points, whatever you want to throw up there. Who are you going to hand the ball to? Russell Wilson or Dak Prescott? And to me, I'll answer that. I'm going with Russell Wilson. So to me, he's the better quarterback. So you can throw the numbers up there all you want, resident statistician, but Russell is the best.
First of all, Wildes is not the resident statistician. Wildes is the resident. He perverts the numbers.
Okay. All right, we've had enough of this this morning. But you see the thing. Again, if you were able to say, we're just going to trade player for player, okay, I get that. But understand that you have been manipulated many, many times over. The fact that they say, well, Russell Wilson, he's a bargain for the next 3 years. First of all, unless it's Dak Prescott, nobody plays through their full contract. And believe me, by next year, Russell Wilson will be wanting a new contract. If Russell Wilson stays in Seattle, it would not surprise me if Russell Wilson asked for a new deal this year to basically say, okay, you want me to stay here and be happy? Show me the money. So more than likely, Russell Wilson, after seeing and knowing that Lamar Jackson is getting a new deal, that Josh Allen will be getting a new deal, and Baker Mayfield will be getting a new deal, and potentially Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson isn't going to want to be, the 7th or 8th highest paid player in the NFL. He's going to want to be up there in the top, as well as Aaron Rodgers. So that narrative, again, is a little bit more of the bullshit that they're serving you. So as always, guys, I appreciate you being here with me this morning. I'm a little bit behind on getting this thing out. I apologize, but, sometimes life gets in the way. I'm Mark Holmes, and I want to thank you for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'll see you soon.